Hi guys, Master Mike when you're doing our student tip of the week, and I want to continue our series on our 5 tenets of Taekwondo. Last week I went over courtesy, and this week I want to go over integrity. I really want to focus on 8 ways to teach your child integrity. Integrity may not always be the easiest thing to teach your child. It's more of one that you have to lead by an example, and you have to set up different tasks to almost test your child to see how their integrity is. Integrity is always being honest and always doing the right thing, even when nobody is watching. So 8 ways to teach your child integrity. Number 1, it comes to you, driving the speed limit. A lot of our kids can actually see the speed limit and the signs posted, and if it clearly says 45, usually they can tell how fast you're going. I know a lot of people like to go 10 or 15 miles over the speed limit, but that's still kind of an integrity thing. Nobody's always watching over you, and your kids can see it as well. So try to drive the speed limit. Number 2, never ask your child to lie for you. It might even seem like a small, medial thing, or it might be a joke, but kids can pick up on that, and then they think that even small lies are okay. Just don't do it. It's just not a good practice to instill in your kid. Number 3, try to send them into the store with more money than the item costs. I know my parents used to do this a lot with me. If I had to buy something that was $6, my mom would give me a $10 bill. I would go inside, I would buy it, come back out, and usually I would always offer my mom the change back. That's a good way to see if your kid just thinks it's okay just to keep the money, or if they offer it back. A lot of times my mom would actually let me keep the money, but even to this day, if somebody gives me some money to buy stuff, and even if it's 15 cents, I always have that 15 cents to give back to them. A lot of times they won't even take it, but it's more of an integrity thing. So it's just a good practice to try to instill in your child. Number 4, apologize when you are wrong. I know at parents, we like to be perfect, but we're not always perfect. And a lot of times admitting our mistakes and apologizing for it is a good way to lead by an example. Number 5, never tolerate even the smallest lie. That kind of goes back to not having your child lie to you, but even the smallest lie, even just a small fib, you should be able to correct that and just to let your child know that lying is not okay, no matter what situation. Always being honest and truthful is the best way to go. Number 6, pick something out of the newspaper or TV of somebody committing a crime, and then sit down and actually talk about it with your child. That's a big one. You can actually have an in-depth conversation, and you can kind of see where your child is at as far as if they're following your beliefs and values that you've instilled in them. And it's a good time for you guys to actually sit down and go over certain situations that might be confusing, and you can actually kind of instill a better perspective on life with your kids. Number 7, this is a big one for me. Fathers, never let your sons be disrespectful to your mother. This can also go for daughters to your mothers, or daughters, talking to their dads. I grew up in a household of 3 boys, and my mom, she was the only female in the household. My dad was very hard on us as far as if we disrespected my mom. We never even thought about it because my dad would deal with us accordingly. And that was a big thing that's instilled in me as I'm an adult. I've always respected women with respect, and I expect the same treatment in return. And it goes into even marriage. As far as my wife, I like to hold the door open for her. I like to get the car door, open it up for her, have her get in. And it's just a respect thing, just being polite. I think that's a really good thing that you can instill your kids in a very young age. Number 8, set up tasks without your supervision. So maybe create a list of cleaning your room and put in there, fold your clothes and put them in your drawer, and see later on if they follow through with it without your supervision. So you want to make sure that they can actually do a task without you having to stand over it, and you can open up their drawer and see if they just stuffed their clothes in there, or if they actually took the time to fold it and put it in there and they followed all of the tasks that were on your list. And that's a good way for you to see if they can do stuff on their own, having the integrity to do it without you having to check on them. So I hope these tips help. If you guys have any other questions, or if you just want to have a comment to it, feel free to comment below, or else you can hit me up on Facebook, send me a message, or ask me in class. I hope these tips help, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.